Down there. So, welcome everyone to session one of 2024 summer session. Um, I'm just absolutely amazed because I'm not very well organized, but I do have some of the notes from previous classes, and I actually realized that this class, a version of it, because I change it all the time, I actually taught in one of the very early classes that went on Zoom in 2020. So this is actually 4 years that we've been doing this, which just kind of amazes me. There's a part of me that's really, really grateful for the Zoom experience, but there's another part of me that really misses the camaraderie that you get when you meet people in person. And at least here in Virginia, there's still a mixed scenario of going in person versus on Zoom. I know the hospital where I teach is trying to get everybody to come back in, but every now and then you have a COVID spike, and of course with compromised people, you want to be careful. So it's hard to gauge it, and I just kind of look at this as the silver lining is that we can still connect with technology. So for this session, since we're talking about the first of the summer, I picked the theme of the sun. So the mudra I picked is called Surya Mudra, which in Sanskrit means sun. And it's connected to, in the energy body, the digestive system, because it's that inner fire that helps us digest not only physical food, but whatever we're trying to process in life. So, as you've heard me say before, the language of yoga is very symbolic and very much tied to nature's cycles. So, the mudra, you're going to take the ring finger towards the palm, and then the thumb is going to rest over that fingernail. And when we're going to flip the fingers so that they rest, the back of the hand rests on the thighs. And so for today's class, we're going to start with this mudra, finding our feet on the floor and a nice, comfortable, aligned, seated position. After we do the meditation, I thought it would be good to kind of wake up the face and the eyes. And then we're going to do a very meditative movement to an artist by the name of Snatnam Kaur, who is a very well-known Kundalini singer. And I just love her voice. So we're going to start slow. Then we're going to move into some of our summer heating up moves, and we're going to end with a little polka beat. So with that, again, Surya Mudra. Allow the hands to rest in the lap as is comfortable. If you'd like to gently close your eyes, I invite you to do so. Take several natural breaths to attune to the feelings and natural rhythms awakened by this gesture. Notice how your breath is naturally directed to the center of the body near the solar plexus, the seat of the fire element, instilling a sense of energy and radiance. In order to enhance this experience of radiant energy, visualize a golden sun at the center of your being, infusing you with the fire element's essential qualities. Begin by sensing the light and warmth of the sun's golden rays, bathing your digestive system, enhancing the power of transformation and assimilation of nutrients. Take several breaths to sense your inner sun illuminating all your digestive organs, supporting them in functioning optimally, nourishing every cell of your body with vital energy. With your physical digestion more complete, the light of your inner sun now encompasses your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to digest life's experiences more easily while releasing accumulated emotions and memories that drain your energy. With optimal digestion at all levels of your being, the light of your inner sun illuminates your vision, allowing you to perceive your life purpose more clearly. Take several breaths to envision the unfolding of your possibilities, while naturally receiving the determination to overcome any obstacles along with your journey. As the rays of your inner sun grow in intensity, they naturally burn away any clouds of doubt and lethargy, allowing you to manifest your vision completely. Take a few more breaths in and out. See if you can sense that sense of inner warmth radiating through the center of the body, going to the outer limbs. Slowly release the gesture, taking several breaths to absorb the light of your inner sun. And then when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes, infusing the fire elements with its radiant qualities. So as I say, I have combined a slow and quicker pace to this week's class, because when I think about the fire, so often we think about the heat, but it's that ember that we have to ignite sometimes if we're feeling lethargy or we're feeling stuck. So we're going to start out slow. And again, the intent is really to go inside, and then we'll end with the fire flowing freely through us. So we're going to start, again, just tuning into the face and the neck. We're going to just start with our gentle movements of the head, kind of loosening up any tension that we're feeling in the neck, dropping the ear from one shoulder to the other, taking it gently, not overextending. Take it about 5 times. And if it feels right, maybe pair the breath with the movement. And then when you complete the round of 5, just allow the head to come back to center. And then we're going to take that movement up and down. Usually I like to inhale as the chin raises and exhale as the chin drops. Again, we're going to take that 5 times. And whenever you complete the round of 5, just allow the head to return to center. And then we're just going to look over one shoulder, turning the head in one direction. And then exhale back to center. Inhale, taking the head in the opposite direction. And again, take it for 5 times, pairing breath with movement. And whenever you have completed your round of 5, just return the head back to center. Now, part of our fire element is the ability to burn off illusions. So with that, we're going to do some eye exercises. I'm going to remove my glasses. It made me laugh because I had already picked doing some eye exercises this week. And in one of my news feeds, Paul McCartney has evidently stated that the reason he doesn't wear glasses is because he does these eye exercises. Now, I want to caution you, yoga is fabulous, but there's no anatomical reason for that to happen. But it is a really good practice. If you have eye strain, if you have dry eyes, some of these practices can be beneficial. So we're going to start with just imagining a clock in front of us, and we're going to look up towards 12 and down towards 6. And we're just going to take that a few times, gazing up and down. The other way you can imagine doing this if the clock doesn't resonate with you is just imagine gazing up towards your eyebrows or down towards your nose. And just notice how the muscles surrounding the eyes move as you do this. And after a few times, we're going to take it to the right and left. Again, very gentle movements. The head remains still. You're just moving the eyes, and that can be hard because sometimes we want to move the head with the eyes. Another example of awareness in terms of what our natural pattern is. And then after you've gone from side to side, we're going to go up into the diagonal and then down to the other side. So up to one corner, down to the other, a few more times. And then return the eyes to center, and we're going to go over to the other diagonal. Again, from top to bottom on the diagonal a few times. Then we're going to return the eyes to center. If you'd like to close your eyes, if you're feeling dizzy, we're just going to circle the eye around the socket. So imagine, again, if you're looking at the clock, you're going from 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 and so on, just taking circles in one direction. And then after you've done that a few times, you're going to return to center, then take it up and take it in the opposite direction. So it would be 12, 11, 10, and so forth. And again, I recommend if you have any kind of dizziness, sometimes closing the eyes makes this a little bit easier. And then when you're complete with that, just flutter the eyelashes, blinking a little bit, bringing awareness to the light as it enters the eyes. And then we're going to take the index finger and we're going to extend it out in front of us, and then we're going to bring it in towards the nose, keeping the focus right on that fingernail. And just take that a few times. And then when you've done that sufficiently, again, maybe flutter the eyelashes. Then we're going to take the palms together, creating some warmth and friction. Once those palms feel nice and warm, we're going to allow the fingers to rest gently over the eyes. You're not pressing on the eyeballs themselves. You're just covering it, shielding it from light. You may feel that warmth. The palm is on the cheeks. And then as you feel ready, we're going to take the fingertips and just go around the eyebrows and like the bony part of the eye socket. Gentle pressure, not too much. It shouldn't hurt. It should just feel a gentle pressure. And you're just taking that around a few times, massaging the outer edge of the eyes. Then you're going to take the index fingers coming right up to the top of the nose and slide the fingers down on either side of the nostrils, coming underneath the nostrils, around the mouth, the chin, and take it into the jaw, up towards the earlobes, maybe gently tugging the earlobes. And then behind the ears, coming up along the hairline, and then gently remove any creases in the brow with some gentle pressure. Then take the fingers to the top of the head like you're splitting your hair down the middle, and just gently allow some pressure coming across the top of the fingers, or the top of the head with the fingers. And then down to the occipital ridge in the back of the head, and then into the neck, and then into the shoulders. So I'm thinking about, I can't remember the actual medical term for it, but there was just an article this week about the benefit of sleep and perhaps the prevention of Alzheimer's, because the amyloid plaque that is thought to build up in the brain with Alzheimer's and sometimes Parkinson's cleans out during sleep. But there's some research ongoing now that a head massage can also help with that drainage. Now, again, it hasn't been proven yet. It's just an initial study, but certainly it's made me more interested in massaging my head than I would have been before. And then we're going to just bring the fingers to the collarbones and then gently just brush out underneath the chin. So our face and neck hopefully is feeling a little bit warm. Now we're going to move into waking that other digestive fire inside with our song by Snatnam Kaur. Okay. So, Snatnam Kaur is a pretty well known here in the States, and I know she does tours in Europe. I'm sure Cassandra is probably well aware of her. She was a child who lived in the Kundalini ashram, I think in Arizona, when the founder was still alive. And as with many yoga gurus, he was kind of a controversial person, and she's recently come out, as some of the scandals have come out about him, that she's really conflicted because he gave her a deep sense of spirituality. And I think when you hear her sing, I mean, if I think of anybody that has the sound of love and light in their voice, her voice is that way. So, she's very devout to her yoga practice and the spirituality associated with it. So this is a song she wrote, which to me really epitomizes how the sun comes into our life, brings us that light that we need, and also is extending a sense of warmth to us. So the movements are very simple. We're going to do them very slowly in time to the music. And the words go, may the long-time sun, so we're going to bring our hands up into a sun salute, and then coming back down. And then we're going to bring one hand to the heart and the other hand to the heart. And we're going to just take a gentle twist. And then we're going to bring the palms together into prayer. And then open up into lotus as the pure light comes in. And then it comes back down. We're going to bow our head looking at the palm hands. And then one hand on that chakra, that third chakra. And then open up as we're guided by the sunlight. And then guided by the sunlight again. So that series of movements repeats 3 times. And when we're doing this, it's called Guide You on Your Way. The last verse it's repeated 3 times, so we're just going to sway. And then the last part of the song is the Sanskrit chant Satnam, which again is very popular in the Kundalini tradition. And that translates as I am truth, or truth is my essence. So the theory is that as the sun comes through, your truth shines through, and that's the beauty of the song. So when we do the Satnam, we're going to sway a little bit, we're going to give ourselves a hug, and then we're going to give ourselves a hug and open up. So just move as feels good for you. Sorry, I don't think the volume's up. Let me get the volume. Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm paired with my Bluetooth because this is a new phone. I think this is the first time I've done this. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I should have checked this out. I just assumed it would be fine.
Denise, I could hear it fine.
You can hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm pairing now. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. That should do it. All right. Technology. Love it when it works.
Surround you.
So just take a moment and breathe, noticing how it feels to have that quiet warmth spread through the upper body in particular, since that's where most of the movement was. And then we're just going to allow the hands to drop down by the side and just gently inhale the arms up overhead and exhale back down. Inhaling up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now let's bring those fingertips to the shoulders, and we're just going to give ourselves little elbow kisses. So we're opening and closing the shoulders, blades, as the elbows come together and apart. Remembering to breathe. And then we're going to take one elbow forward and then the other. So we're kind of doing like a figure eight. And then take it backwards. And then release the hands down. Bring those shoulders up towards the ears and back down. Take it about 3 to 5 times at your pace, inhaling up and exhale down. And if you want to do it a little bit louder, this is a Kundalini move for generating heat. And then shake it all out. And then let's just circle the wrists in one direction. And then the other direction. And then we're going to stretch each of the fingers and the palm. And again over on the other side. And stretch. Playing the piano. And conducting the orchestra. So now we've really worked the upper body. Let's connect with our feet by marching in place, feeling how the feet hit the floor. And you'll notice that as I'm doing this, my knees are pointed forward. I'm going to build a little bit of heat again in the lower part of the body. We're going to step it out and march out. Just notice how that feels and then step it in. Step it out. And in, and take it in and out as feels good for you. Probably feeling this in the entire legs, the feet, maybe even the hips. And then shake it out. Okay, so we're summertime season, and Diane had requested last time that we do some swimming lessons. So we're going to start first to make sure that we're feeling our stability in our core. So to do that, you're going to want to make sure the bony part of your butt is well connected to the chair. I'm holding on to the side of my chair just till I connect with that core again. And I'm going to bring one leg up, then the other leg up. And just notice how you're feeling a tension in the belly. If that feels okay, you're going to take one arm and then the other arm. And this is called boat pose. It's a great pose for really connecting with that center part of the body. Remember to breathe. If at any point you need to come down, do so. Drawing that belly in towards the spine. And then we're going to take one hand down, other hand down, and each of the legs. And then let's just march that out. So moving to our swimming movements, your choice, you can either just do upper body or you can integrate your legs. It's going to be a little more difficult if you add the legs to it. It's going to require a lot of that core movement, so make sure you're drawing that belly in towards the spine. We're going to start with the crawl, which is just the arms coming forward, and the legs kind of move like you're kicking in the water. And then after you've taken that for a few minutes, you're going to reverse it with the back stroke. And I'm going to ease up on my one arm because I'm feeling the impact of that. But you want to be using both arms if you can. And then you're going to pause, bringing the feet back to the floor, maybe palms together to take a breath before we move into additional strokes. So what do I have here? I have the butterfly and the breaststroke. Okay, so let's do the breaststroke first. The way I teach this, and again, it may not feel right for you, is the knees are together and the legs are circling out from the knees down. That may feel really intense on your hips, so if that doesn't work, feel free to just flutter the legs. So we're taking the arms forward and you're moving the legs. Imagine you're doing the breaststroke in the water. I really feel this in my hips when I add this movement. And then when you've had enough of that, release it. Going to take it down, march it out. And then the butterfly stroke is the arms come up overhead as though you're splashing down on the water. And then the knees bend and the legs are going straight up and down. So, like so. Lots of upper body and core movement here, getting the whole body warmed up at this point. And then pause. Take a few breaths as needed. If you have water nearby and you need to sip it, please feel free to do so. And then the last one that I like to teach is the breaststroke. So we're going to take one leg out to the side and we're just going to reach the arms over and we're going to draw that arm across the body. And then we're going to bring the leg in and take the other side out and draw it across the body. So just taking it from side to side in a side stroke. You know, normally if you're in the water, you're just going to stay on one side the whole time and then switch, but I like balancing it out this way. And then when you've had enough of that, just bring the feet back to center, maybe march it out again. And then we're going to do our Diana pose or bow and arrow arms. We're going to bring the arms up into a T. You can do this standing if you like. One foot is going to be pushed forward. The other foot comes out to the side. Fingertip points towards the wall. Thumb is towards the ceiling. The opposite hand makes a fist and we're coming across in our archer pose to draw back our bow. And breathe. Pressing the hands out to either side again, draw that one leg in, opposite leg now turns towards the side, finger towards wall, thumb towards ceiling, and draw the bow back. And breathe. Pressing both hands out to the side, draw the leg in. We're going to take it once more on each side. And then pressing those hands out, and last one, draw that bow back. Then bring that leg in, let's circle the arms in one direction, then the other direction. Release the hands down, and we're going to do some bicep curls. So we're just going to bring the hand up towards the shoulders, and then release it back down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and once again, inhale up, exhale down. Other side. Inhaling up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and 3 more. And then whenever you complete, you may want to shake those shoulders a little bit. Take a little bit of movement. Now we're going to do the tricep move. I am not going to do it on my one side because this is a movement that really bothers my arm, but to demonstrate, the hand comes back to the shoulder blade and we're pressing that elbow up towards the ceiling. The other hand comes on top of that elbow if that's comfortable for you. And then we're taking a lateral bend to one side. Feel that stretch in the side body and inhale back up. Take it over 2 more times. Exhaling over, inhaling back up, and again exhale over, inhale back up. Release the one arm down, then the other arm, and again I'm not going to demonstrate on this side, but hand to the shoulder blade, elbows up towards the ceiling, and we're coming over. Exhaling as you come over, inhaling back up. Exhaling over and inhale back up. Release the one hand down, then the other hand down. Maybe moving the shoulders, upper body as feels good for you. So we're now going to do our movements of the spine. Let's start with a little twist. We'll take it easy with the hugging arms. So just notice which arm is on top. And whichever arm is on top, we're going to twist in that direction. Then come back to center and twist in the other direction. Taking it 2 more times on each side. And then when you've completed the round of 3, we're going to open up those arms. And the opposite arm is now on top. And we're going to twist in the other direction, taking it for a total of 3 times on each side. Whenever you've completed the round of 3, just come back to center. Palms come together at the heart center. Inhale the arms up. Flip the palms and take a nice full body stretch. Feel that stretch through the spine. Breathing fully and deeply, and exhale, releasing the hands down. So now let's take a lateral bend again. One hand is down by the side, the other hand comes up, and exhale, we're reaching towards the opposite wall. Both butt cheeks are staying on the chair. And then inhale back up. And then other side, stretching, reaching across towards the opposite wall. Inhale back up, release the arm down. And again, 3 more times at your pace. And then whenever you complete those rounds, just come back to center. Taking the palms at the heart center when you're complete. And then we're going to take another full body stretch, just feeling the extension through the spine, the intercostal muscles, and then relax down. So now we're going to do our forward fold. And as a reminder for the forward fold, the base of the palms come right to those hip creases. When we lengthen, we're just extending as we hinge forward from the hips. We're not rounding the spine in any way. So we're inhaling the arms up just like we did with our sun salute. And then bring the hands right to those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, the fingers come across the top of the thighs, maybe to the knees, maybe a little bit further down. Just note where it is. And then inhale back up. And then we're going to take it 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And then again, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And coming back up. All right, since we went forward, we now need to go backward, and I'm going to come about midway on my chair so that there's room behind me so my hands can rest on the back of the chair. Palms are together at the heart center. We're going to inhale the arms forward. Exhale, hands come back behind us, resting on the chair. We're going to lift from the sternum, draw the shoulder blades together, gaze up towards the ceiling or straight ahead of you. Little arch in the low back. And breathe. And we're going to exhale, palms come together again at the heart center. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back behind us. Inhale, lift. Feel that extension. Feel the stretch in the front of the body. Shoulder blades coming together in the back of the body. And then exhale, release the shoulders, palms together at the heart center. Then I invite you to do that 2 more times at your pace. So if I was taking it too fast, feel free to slow it down. If I was going too slow, you can make it a little bit quicker. Just make sure that you're feeling into the stretch. It's such a great pose because it's such a different movement than how we habitually hold our head and body. It's a great counter to text neck, reading, all those things that we do with our head forward. And especially as we get older, it's really important to make sure that we're mitigating the risk of that dowager hump. And this helps a little bit with that. And then whenever you feel ready, release the shoulders, coming back to the heart center, pausing and breathing. So we wouldn't have a class about the sun unless we were doing sun salutations. So we just did our forward bends, which is how we initiate the sun salutation. So you come up. Again, same movement we just did with the forward bend, finding that position. We come forward as we hinge from the hips. And then we're going to come part way up, not all the way up, just part way. Then we're going to hinge again, bringing the hands underneath one thigh, lifting that leg, pressing the foot in, coming back up. And then we're going to take it on the other side. Again, same idea. Hinging from the hips, part way up. Coming forward again, other leg, lifting that leg, pressing the foot into the floor. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, right to those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, part way up. Exhale, coming forward again. Inhale, lift one leg. Exhale, release it into the floor. Inhale, coming back with the arms up overhead. Pause and breathe. We're going to take it on the other side. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, part way up. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, press the foot into the floor and inhale. Palms together at the heart center. Last round. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands to those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, part way up. Exhale, coming forward again. Hands underneath one leg. Lift. Press it down into the floor. Inhale, coming back up. Palms together at the heart center. And last side. Inhaling up. Exhale, palms at those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, part way up. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, lifting one leg. Exhale, press the feet into the floor and inhale. Palms together at the heart center. And breathe. A few breaths in and out. By now, hopefully you're feeling very warm. We're going to release the hands down by the side and we're just going to extend one leg and bend. So just gentle movements of the leg. Then we're going to release that foot down, take it on the other side. Again, gentle movements. Then we're going to release the foot down. Let's take the other leg out. We're going to point the toes and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and circle the ankle in one direction and then the other direction. Then release the foot down, bring the other foot up and point and flex, 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 and circle in one direction and then the other direction. And then let's march that out. We're going to take the hand to one knee and we're going to bring the leg up, and we're just going to open up that leg to give ourselves a little bit of a hip movement here. So just opening and closing the leg a few times. Then we're going to release that foot down, bring the other leg up, and again, opening and closing. And we're going to release the foot down. We're going to do our standing. So to do that, we're going to come in with a nice big hug, pressing the feet into the floor and coming up to standing. Hopefully you can see me. So again, just making sure we've got that connection of the feet to the floor. Let's come up on the toes. Back on the heels, lifting the toes. So just gently rocking back and forth, getting our feet used to being in a different point in space. And then we're going to balance on one foot, holding onto the chair for support. And so we're going to pick whichever foot you want to balance on. Find the connection of the foot with the floor, and then extend the other leg out to the side and back in. So you're just doing like a little side kick, very slowly, maintaining connection of the other foot with the floor. And after you've taken it a few times, we're going to change the direction. So we're going to bring that foot in front of the body and out to the side, front of the body, out to the side, front of the body, out to the side. And then we're just going to take it to the side again 2 times. And the next time we're going to bring the foot behind the body. So again, we're getting some leg movement and some hip movement here. Little hip hinges. And then we're going to release that foot to the floor, march it out. And we're going to now connect the other foot to the floor. And the same idea, taking it out to the side first. Make sure that foot is feeling connected with the floor so you've got good balance, holding onto the chair as needed. Kicking it out to the side a few times when you feel like you've got that motion down and you feel stable. If it's comfortable, bring the foot in front of the body. If it's not comfortable, you can just keep it out to the side or just balance on the one leg. And then bring it out to the side again, a few times, and then back behind you. And then march it out. So again, we're going to do, I have a lot of balancing in this because once that digestive fire has been brought off, you want to be able to be mobile and straight and well balanced. So we're going to do our tree pose to start, but then we're going to go from the tree position to something called flamenco in honor of our Florida participant. So for tree, the foot turns out, the leg closest to the chair is the balancing leg. Then the foot comes either to the ankle or the calf. and just find that connection. Whoops, I got a leg cramp. Find the connection of the foot to the floor. You might want to find a spot in front of you to focus your gaze. If you feel balanced and you want to bring your hands up into a tree, you can. Or out to the side, wherever you want to spread your branches. And it's perfectly acceptable to hold onto the chair. Just find that point of balance and connection. Breathe. And then you're going to turn the foot down. Maybe march it out before we go into flamenco. So once again, we're going to find that connection of the foot with the floor. Then we're going to bring the opposite leg up. So the knee is pointed in front of you. And if this feels okay, you might want to flap your flamenco wings, or just one of them. Just notice how that feels. Strong balance. Then release the foot down, march it out. Now we're going to come over to the other side so that we balance out on each side. So first position is tree, leg closest to the chair is the balancing foot. Turn the foot out, heel to ankle or foot to calf. And then find whatever position is your expression of tree, making sure you find a place to focus your gaze that helps with the balance. Remember to breathe. And then whenever you feel like you've had enough of this position, you're going to release the foot to the floor, march it out. And then we're going to bring it up into our flamenco. So the knee is bent. And then we're just going to bring our flamenco wings into it. Maybe it's just one wing. Do what works for you. It may be different on this side than it was on the other side. Just notice what it is. It's funny how the body does that. And then whenever you feel complete, just press that foot into the floor. Let's march it out. And so I think of sunshine as being associated with joy, unless it's really hot and humid. So we're going to go with the non-hot and humid. So in order to bring more of that warmth into us, we're going to do the breath of joy. And if you remember that, it's 3 inhales with an audible exhale. So it's inhaling the arms in front of you, inhale out to the side, inhale once overhead, and then exhale, hinge from the hips as you bend the knees, coming back. So we're going to do 3 of those. Inhale. So now between our breath and our movements, hopefully we're feeling fully energized. We're going to turn towards the back of the chair, walk backwards, giving ourselves a full body stretch out. If you want to pedal the feet on the floor to stretch out the back of the legs, feel free to do so. And then whenever you feel completely stretched out, you're going to walk to the back of the chair, and we're going to sit back into the chair, and we're going to move to Frank Yankovic. You are my sunshine. And a little story about this. My teacher who taught me and got me all excited about chair yoga dance, she grew up in Ohio, in Cleveland, and comes from a Polish background. So she loves to bring polkas into her chair yoga dance. So she put together all these movements, and I just think they're a lot of fun. You're going to see the movements are similar to what we did in our first song, except because of the beat, it's going to be a little bit faster. So it's You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. You make me happy. Happy thoughts. And then we've got our little hug. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't let the sun, don't take my sunshine away. So that's the primary verse. Sunshine, happy, hugs, and don't let it go away. And then the next verse is the other night, dear. So we're just going to bring our hands together as though we've been sleeping. And then bringing our hands into cactus arms. And then you are my sunshine again. And now the really fun part. I love the way she's done this movement. There's the real instrumental polka. So you're going to move to the polka beat. You're going to circle your hand around to the polka beat, then the other hand. Then again on each side. And then we bring the legs into it. So we're going to take it out to the beat. And then the next verse is I'll always love you. So we're going into cactus arms again. One arm, then the other. Then we're going to take it up, up, down, down. And then you are my sunshine. Same movements. And we end with the instrumental and out to the side. When the song is done, we'll bring our fingers back into our Surya Mudra to kind of catch our breath after the movement. All right. Swing your partner.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried.
You are my sunshine.
My only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Okay, here we go. Happy.
I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. If you will leave me to love another, then you'll shatter all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Other side. And legs. Okay, let's bring our hands into our Surya Mudra. Thumb is over the ring finger nail. Allow the hands to rest on the thighs, closing the eyes, And just notice the radiant energy that's flowing through you as a result of our movements and postures in today's class. Knowing that whenever you need to, you can always bring a sense of sunshine into your life. Take a few breaths in and out. And then as you feel ready, if you'd like to bring your palms together at the heart center. Again, a few more breaths. And I want to thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to pause the recording.